Good morning, Hawks fans, and welcome back to the Atlanta Sports District. I'm your host, Russell Spence, coming to you the morning after a 123 to 113 victory over the Sacramento Kings. This was quite the terrible schedule spot. We were coming from Boston back to back with travel, definite rest disadvantage, and you could see that. We had kind of a sloppy first quarter and kind of a sloppy final quarter. We got very tired, you could tell that, and it was not very pretty from some places, but we got the win. We fought through the adversity. We had all these things stacked against us. 3 rotation players not in the lineup, those being Dyson, Onyeka, and Kuminga, all 3 not in the lineup. We had this terrible rest situation. We had this terrible travel situation. We had all of the cards not in our favor, and we still took care of business against a team we should beat. And that is very encouraging for moving forward, and hopefully continues to be encouraging for the game on Monday against Boston once again. In general, I was pretty happy with the effort. We're going to talk about the key statistics. First, I'm going to start off with the non-effort stats, so the skill-based stats. So those are shooting percentage, free throw creation, rim percentage, and turnover creation, and assist percentage, those creativity stats. So we're going to start with the shooting percentage. We won the shooting percentage pretty significantly, 51 to 48. 3% is a lot when you look at how many possessions you usually get in a game. And we also won the three-point line by a significant margin, taking 41 shots to their 32, and also making 39% to their 38%. That means we created 4 more threes than they did, 16 to 12. It's a big proponent of the win. Honestly, if you just look at that, that's pretty much the difference in the game. We created 4 more threes. That's 12 points. We won by 10. That's a pretty big swing. Also, we won the free throw creation battle. We created 22 free throws to their 13. They made a much higher percentage, making 11 of their 13. But we made 17 of our 22. Again, a much lower percentage, but 4 more free throws created in terms of makes than them, just because we were more skilled, more able to move the ball to a place where they had to foul us to stop us from just dunking or laying the ball in. And that is, again, when I look and I say those are skill-based stats. We are more skilled than them. And so we shot a better percentage. We got the ball to the places on the floor that gave us open looks and gave us more free throws than they did all night long. And so that's, when you have a team that has 19 wins in the Sacramento Kings, you should win the skill-based stats. Also, if you look at the creative stats, we had 34 assists to their 27. Again, that is skill. We had a better skilled team than they did tonight. And also, we only had 13 total turnovers to their 15 total team turnovers. We created 13 of those stocks to their 8. Those are skill-based statistics that we were able to dominate them in. We dominated them in all 4 of the skill-based statistics. Again, those being shooting percentage, rim percentage, free throw percentage, and creativity stats in creating assists and turnovers. That being said, we struggled to rebound the ball tonight. A team in Sacramento that's been not very good rebounding and also does not have their primary rebounder in Domantas Sabonis beat us 42 to 40 in terms of total team rebounds and 16 to 13 in terms of offensive rebounds. That's something we've been doing better as of late, and I'm going to chalk it up to we were really stinking tired. But that's kind of not okay. It's the only effort stat that really, really significantly affects the outcome of the game, and they won it in both regards, in offensive rebounds and total rebounds. That is not going to be acceptable against better teams like, for instance, Boston on Monday, who we just got bludgeoned on the glass against that team. We cannot have that happen again. I was hoping that was going to be something that was remedied today. Again, I'm going to hope that it was just a rest based problem. I'll be honest, with this change in my work schedule, I'm very tired. And I can imagine that when you have these terrible rest situations and these back to backs and travel, and you're getting in at 3 a.m. and then you got to play a basketball game the next night, yeah, I get it. Tired happens. And we're really late in the year. And we've asked a lot of our players for a lot of the year. There's still professional basketball players. They still got to box out. We still got to rebound better. But I'm not going to harp on it because I understand fatigue is a thing. And so hopefully we fix it. It's better on Monday, and it helps us win a game in Boston. It's more important than this one was today. We need to win these games that maybe we're not so favored to win in order to get where we want to in terms of the playoff seeding and to play the teams we want to play in the playoffs we think we can beat. I think there are teams we can beat in this playoffs. We just have to get there and get to those positions to play them. Now, we're going to move to the player by player section. Starting off with Christian Koloko. So as I said, we did not have Onyeka Okongwu tonight, meaning Jock Landale started at the 5. We also started Mo Gay at the 4, which I actually liked because, again, when you took Onyeka out, the defense was going to get really bad, and he helped the defense not get really bad. And so you'll see when we talk about the plus minuses, but the starters were very, very good in terms of plus minus tonight. That cannot be said for one Christian Koloko. They, in fact, took him out in the second half because he was so bad, like horrendously terrible. I didn't want to keep looking at it. I felt like my eyes were bleeding. Bad from Christian Koloko tonight. He had 11 minutes. He was 0 of 2 from the field for 0 points, had 2 assists, but had 0 total rebounds as a center in 11 minutes. He did have a steal and a block, but the defense honestly was not very good. Those were kind of empty stock stats, and he finished a game worst, minus 15. He played himself onto the "Dear Lord, do not play this guy ever again" list. If we don't have Onyeka, just play Asa. I didn't think I would be saying that because I've been the kind of Asa's not ready guy, but he's looked awesome in the G League. He's got a lot of confidence going right now. Just please, goodness gracious, don't put Koloko back on the floor. He looked so bad. And so, yeah, I mean, he almost single-handedly lost us the game at times. And I say almost single-handedly because of the next guy we're going to talk about, which was Corey Kispert. He had also quite a lovely hand in how bad things were on the bench. He had 16 minutes. He scored 4 points on 2 of 6 shooting, 0 of 3 from 3. He had 1 rebound with 2 turnovers and a steal, no assists, no blocks, and finished minus 13. Him and Koloko were the twins of terror tonight. It was just so bad with those two guys on the floor. And the rebounding was bad. The offense was bad. I didn't understand the lineup they were put in. It was like Koloko and Vincent and Kispert and Richase and McCollum. And you're like, okay, well, this lineup can't really score. It's also pretty bad defensively. And you're just basically saying, like, we're going to give a bunch of points. And CJ McCollum, please save the offense. And Zacch, please save the defense. And we didn't save either of them. And it was just bad. I didn't understand. I know we had injuries. I know, but they still would have helped the offense flow. Then at least they would have been scoring some. I mean, I look further down the bench. I go like, Keaton Wallace is probably better than playing Kispert tonight, honestly. I mean, it was just really terrible from the defensive effort from Kispert. And when you stack on top of that how bad Koloko was, it was just, the bench was a travesty. Moving on, we're going to talk about Gabe Vincent. So Gabe played 25 minutes. He had 2 points on 1 of 3 shooting, 0 of 1 from 3. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 turnovers. Not good enough turnover assist ratio. He's got to be a dude who takes care of the ball. He did have 2 steals, and the defense was helpful, and he was minus 8. He won a lot of the minutes he played with the starters. He lost pretty much every minute he played with the bench. I thought he played fine. Just needs to clean up some of those turnovers. I've said it. I'm going to keep saying it. He would be in my playoff rotation as the ninth man, but I don't think that he played particularly well today. He just also didn't play particularly poorly today. Lastly, off the bench, we're going to talk about Zacch. So Zacch played 19 minutes. He had 13 points on 4 of 7 shooting, 2 of 4 from 3. He had 2 rebounds, didn't record a steal or a block or an assist, but was minus 11. I felt bad for Zacch because Zacch was very good tonight. And he played in that lineup that was horrid. And he couldn't do anything with it. I mean, he played well. Himself, he played well. Doesn't matter if you surround him with 4 dudes who don't pull their weight. It's like I talked about last game with Jalen. Like, he was trying to make us win. It didn't matter. Tonight, Zacch was trying to make that lineup win, and there was no helping it because 4 other dudes were actively pulling the other direction. And I just felt bad for him. I mean, and I just keep looking at it and going, he only played 19 minutes. Take some of those 16 minutes that Corey Kispert was being a literal bump on a log and give those to Zacch. I don't get it. He's playing well. Play him more. Corey is not playing well. Play him less. That to me is like very simple. It's a very understandable thing to do. And we seem to just not want to. I don't know if it's that Zacch's not healthy, if we've got on a minutes restriction. I don't know what it is, but I would like an explanation because the dude's playing well. And my Lord, when I look at every single game and him and Corey have comparable minutes, I want to throw up. It makes me ill because I feel for it. I do know what it feels like to be playing well and to have a coach who doesn't play you enough. I know what that feels like, and it's not fun. And so I look at Zacch and I say, I can see it in his face. He's like disgusted. He's going, I have 13. I've been killing him. I've been saucing him. I'm 1 point away from perfect efficiency tonight. Only took 7 shots, had 13 points. How in the heck am I not playing more? And how are they playing that guy who stinks? I would be absolutely viscerally angry if I was him. And I think he is, but he just does a really good job covering it up. Moving to the starters, they were really good. Like really, really good tonight. Every single one of them. We're going to start with Mo Gay. So Mo played 32 minutes. He had 10 points on 4 of 8 shooting, 2 of 3 from 3. He had 7 rebounds with 2 assists and no turnovers. Funnily enough, didn't record a steal or a block, which I've been bragging about the fact if you play him a lot, he's going to get some stocks, and he just didn't. A couple of times he tapped the ball off somebody and he like forced a turnover, but it doesn't get counted as a stock, which stinks. But overall, the defense was really fantastic, and he finished with a plus 21, plus minus. The entire starting 5, except for CJ McCollum, had wonderful plus minuses, and CJ's was bad because, again, he played in that lineup that was on the bench that was so bad. So take that with a grain of salt for CJ. But Mo was fantastic, and I just keep saying it. When you come to playoff time, he's got to play. He's too good at all the things you need when the playoffs are coming down to the wire. Play that guy. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Moving on, we're going to talk about Zacch Landale. So Zacch played 34 minutes. He had 19 points on 7 of 11 shooting, 2 of 3 from 3. He had 13 rebounds, 4 assists with only 1 turnover. He had 2 blocks and finished tied for game best plus 25. Zacch played really fantastic tonight, and the majority of it was the effort. He gave extraordinary effort, and if he gives that effort every night, I will have no problem playing him because that helped him play better defense at the rim. It helped him rebound the ball better than he has been for the large majority that he's been here. And also, it made it where, again, he's giving that thing where he sticks dudes under the rim and throws his hand up and says, throw me the ball. And he catches it and lays it in. That kind of thing is what we need. We need those effort stats from Zacch Landale because, truthfully, he has about as much talent playing basketball as a shoebox. But that doesn't mean he's not huge and can use that hugeness to affect winning. And that's what he did tonight. Use your big, strong frame to affect winning. The only way you can do that is by giving the kind of effort you gave tonight. Really fantastic stuff. Moving on, we're going to talk about CJ McCollum. So CJ played 30 minutes. He had 22 points on 9 of 17 shooting. Not wonderful efficiency there. 2 of 7 from 3. He had 4 rebounds, 5 assists, but only 1 turnover. Had a steal and finished +1, as I said. CJ was very good. He did his best to keep that really terrible lineup afloat. I honestly felt bad for him and Zacch because it's like you guys have no shot of making this work. And that came out in the plus minus. But I thought that CJ honestly played more like his veteran present self he's been playing like. I was very hard on him after last game. I thought he played much better tonight, was much more under control, and I will take that effort way over taking the one we had against Boston. Moving on, we're going to talk about Nickeil Alexander-Walker. So NAW played 36 minutes. He had 27 points on 7 of 14 shooting. And if you do the math there, that is 1 point away from perfect efficiency. He was 4 of 9 from 3. He had 5 rebounds, 8 assists with only 2 turnovers, had 4 steals, and finished tied for game best, plus 25. Oh my word. He was everywhere, giving everything, doing everything that you could possibly need your point guard to do. And I was very concerned because if you look at our lineup and our production without Dyson this season, it's bad. Capital B, capital A, capital D, bad. And NAW said, I took that personally tonight. And he took it over. He took the 2 guys' production we needed. I mean, honestly, if you looked at me and said, hey, Russell, tonight, Dyson and Nickeil, they combined for 27 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, only 2 turnovers, and 4 steals, I would go, I'll take it. And that was just NAW by himself. Really amazing game from him. And I keep saying it. Dude needs to be in the MIP conversation, most improved player. He needs to be in consideration for all defensive teams. He needs to be in consideration for any award you can give him because, my Lord, he has been a revelation this season. I will say I think he has one of the best contracts in the league. If it's not him, I would like to buy his start. It might be Jalen. It might be Dyson that has the best contract in the league. It might be Mo Gay because he makes near the minimum. The job Ansi Saleh has done to get these players on small contracts is nothing short of miraculous. And I am excited to see if we can continue to do that because I look at next year's offseason and I go, okay, let me get this straight. We've got the team we've got. And we can bring Kuminga back like on a mid-level exception because he's not playing great. I mean, he's playing fine, and he looks fine, he's fitting in fine, but I don't think teams are going to be knocking down the door for his services. And if you wanted to bring CJ back, he's probably going to make like 10. Nothing crazy. You could run this back and still have money to spend in free agency where you're not having to play a guy like Kisper. And we've got the top draft pick coming from New Orleans that's going to probably be somewhere in the top of the lottery. And I mean, we've also got the pick coming from Cleveland that's going to be in the back end that there are some really good players that we could draft there. I'm going, this could be a big offseason. And it's all because Ansi Saleh had the forethought to get these guys on smaller deals. And again, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, my Lord, this contract, it looks like an absolute like home run, grand slam, walk-off, Dom Smith style if you watch the Braves game tonight. That kind of contract. I mean, just truly awesome. Moving on, we're going to talk about Jalen Johnson. So Jalen played 37 minutes. He had 26 points on 11 of 21 shooting. Not perfect efficiency there, but it was fine. He had 5 rebounds. We wish we could have had a little bit more, but he had 10 assists with 4 turnovers. Not a wonderful turnover assist ratio, but you'll still take 2 to 1. And he had a steal and finished also tied for game best, 25 to the positive. I mean, he's a superstar. I don't know what else to say. I come on here every night after the game and I try to find some different way to say it. I'm running out of different ways. Dude's just really good. They didn't have an answer for him because they didn't have a dude who was really good. And that seems to be something I get to say every single game. That's exciting. Because, again, dude is really good. I don't know any other way to put it. Keep it up. Because, my lord, this is fun to watch. Fun to watch you dunk on dudes' faces and be unguardable because you're so huge and completely irreplaceable. There's not another player like him in the whole NBA right now. That's one of the things I say a lot of times when I'm talking about really any franchise, any sport. You got a dude that you just go like, there's not another him. Let's use the Falcons for example. Bijan. That dude doesn't leave your building ever, and that's why I was so anti the trade because there's not another dude like him on planet Earth. You're not going to find another one. You could draft another 100 dudes, you're not going to find another Trae Young. Well, you could draft another 100 dudes, you're not going to find yourself another Jalen Johnson. So let's make sure that dude never leaves the building because, my lord, he is so good. Moving forward, we have got Boston on Monday. I've been talking about it all game, all video. I really hope we win that one. I hate Boston. They annoy the crud out of me. They're really good. They are. And so it's going to be a tough game. But let's hope everybody's healthy. Let's hope we have a really good rotation. Let's hope we actually play the rotations that need to be played. Maybe don't play a Corey Kispert. Maybe play him, if at all, maybe like 5 minutes. Give those minutes to Zacch. Sounds like a good idea. Maybe even less minutes to Vincent. He's been playing a lot recently. Maybe give some of those minutes to Zacch. Let's go all in like this is a playoff rotation. Let's play those 9 guys that I've been talking about we probably should play. And I think we'll get out of there with a win. I think we do have a competitive roster against theirs, but it's just can't win playing not your best players and playing people at different times than they should be. So let's hope we fix that. So, all that being said, please let me know your thoughts, comments, and concerns. You can hit me up on all the socials. It's at Atlanta Sports District, at ATL Sports District. Please like, comment, and subscribe here on the podcast, and you can let me know your thoughts here as well. I really hope we can get that win on Monday. And above everything else, I hope you have a great day.